and since I'm like so highly networked into this app, that I do think I'm actually individually responsible for like making people more aware of how unaware they are and make them like think about what they're thinking about, give them that like higher level consciousness of self-awareness. um,
Self-actualization comedian, man.
yeah,
Like I
yeah.
really appreciate it. You know,
Yeah, I think it
you know,
is.
we
Yeah.
and every like in every hierarchy, like in Europe, like the courts and stuff, they had actors, and like they broke the conventional norms of like what was considered the norm. So
Yeah, this app is, particularly interesting because of the break-in or the breakthrough that you can cause for people by just like like showing them how insane of control freaks people are. Like management are control freaks. Just people. The green bean thing is like a management control freak issue thing. And like Monica can't get the green bean. Tali's laughing about it. She says kick. It's like I'm causing like a drama for people that basically want to like let the status quo persist, and that's agitation or acceleration. So this is just a microcosm of the bigger problem. Essentially, this is like a sample size of the population, and you can see just how dysfunctional our government is, or even big corporations. So the whole system relies on compassion, love, kindness, friendship, bonding, uniting. Like there's a whole group psychology dynamic even at play on this stupid app, because the thing is, I think this app will eventually shut down. I think it's unsustainable because it doesn't produce any intelligence. No one even plays any like audiobooks, or even music.
I do. Hey, John, like I do play audiobooks, but no one ever comes. No one cares.
I know, but
They
you're
want that
you,
dope.
me, you, me. We're just one out of let's say 30,000 users or something. Like we could just do a quick
Yeah.
survey right now and prove that people just want the short-term dopamine chatter.
Do you think there's like containment bubbles on Clubhouse? Because I know Danny was like telling me like, hey, like there's like this um sort of like search function where you can type in live and it'll show you rooms that you haven't ever seen before.
Well, the algorithm is the containment bubble, and people naturally go back to who they're talking to because it's like a continuation of the previous dopamine experience. So, I definitely do target acquisition when I'm looking through. I don't even look at titles. I'm just looking at PTR pictures to say, "Oh, that's El Normo." Boom, click on the El Normo room. Like, I'm looking for certain. My brain is actively searching for me. That I'm not consciously even doing what I'm doing. I'm just like looking at whatever creates the highest level of dopamine in my brain is what I'm doing, essentially. And that's what everybody's doing. But what I'm saying is there's just absolute none of these people. I have a whole library surrounding me. I actually read these books. It's but again, it's almost like an English industrial complex game. It's a huge word game, and hypnosis game, meaning that if you want to be an eloquent speaker in any of these
It's
rooms.
hypnosis versus hypnosis. It's mind rape versus mind rape. Like that's like really hard hitting words to
Well,
use.
no, you don't have to say it that way. You could just say
Yeah,
there's
but
two types of. You could say there's two types of people: the hypnotist and the hypnotized. And if you're just aware of that big difference, that if you're going to be hypnotized, get hypnotized on high value wisdom. And if you're going to hypnotize high value wisdom. I'm just saying nobody can do it. And this app proves that it's just brain rot suffering. And no one is actually preaching the gospel, sharing any good news. I mean, you could read Tao Te Ching, and that would be huge good news for people's reprogramming. No one is actively helping people reprogram. It's just brain rot. It's Andrew's room. He is a brain rot chieftain. Uh, Nathan is a brain rot. These people have brain rot. They're not healthy physically, mentally, intellectually, academically, but yet there is this whole power thing with the green bean. It's social audio. It's influencers, essentially, but they're
Do you
stupid.
remember that one time when you had the green bean in healthy debates with like when there was like this sort of glitch when if you were like a member of a house and you could like start a room and it was like over 100 people in there, you were just like trolling.
Oh man, that yeah. It was kind of short lived though, right? Like didn't.
Yeah, it was only like maybe 30 minutes.
Oh, that's still pretty
good. Yeah, not too long.
Yeah, see, that is the whole thing. It's like King of the Castle, And isn't that what life is? I mean, who can stay on top of the castle? Like Trump is on top of, he's the king of the castle, and it's a miracle. So.
If Rohan or if any of them actually ever do listen to like these audio recordings, which I doubt they do.
No.
I'm gonna give you guys a free idea, right now, like a free idea to you guys if you guys are listening in. So, I'd be willing to pay, like $10 a month if I was able to go completely anonymous in any of like these guys, like in any of these people's rooms. Like I'd be willing, just $10 a month and have the ability to go to like any blocked room or something like that. Like, I'd be willing to do that.
Listen, the whole point is propaganda projection. People value their propaganda projection as a quotient with time and priorities and their schedule, etc. So most people just want to do their data dump upload of their propaganda and get their dopamine in the process and fulfill whatever objective it is that they think they have. We are like fully automated robotons, It's just a question of putting new programming into your system. So this is, what I hope to do is to try to essentially act as that bar mirror and shake people out of their stupidity or rigidity or lack of new pattern development. Like I am a very consistent person in my activity, and while I make my observations, I can see how other people just repeat their patterns as well. So this is like an elaborate dance of patterns or energy.
So, what sort of patterns have you sort of analyzed for me? Am I the non-pattern?
No, I mean the pattern is the personality. Like you are who you are. I am who I am. But what I'm saying is in our behavior, I see it's hard to see behavior on this app, but it's really just much easier to just judge what people are saying and say, okay, that's who you are. Everything you say is who you are. So if you're gonna, throw ad hominem about, faggots and gay people and sucking dick and things like that, like that's in your consciousness. Like you're projecting homosexual behavior on people.
Yeah, you're 100% right. You have to kill those thoughts inside your mind because they're literally rewiring those neuronal patterns, like those neuron connections. It's an actual physical embodiment. Like your thoughts are a physical embodiment inside your own brain, and you get like higher, like preferential treatment if you focus on those certain patterns that you've, thought about over and over again. And so you're literally projecting your own, whatever. Yeah, it's really cool.
Welcome.
Yeah, and that's how you're the only one that actually was able to listen to what I said.
Yeah, I mean, I heard what you said. I didn't fully comprehend it, but the key word is love. And so, in a room where you ask people to say something interesting, you realize very quickly that 99% of the population has absolutely nothing interesting to say. Therefore, a huge swarm of the population is suffering from brain rot. They can't even just say love now, joy now, peace now. Like, say something interesting. It's just a couple words, but people can't even do it. So what's going on with these people?
Mashiach is here. Mashiach is now.
I mean, that's interesting. Anything interesting. What is wrong with these people? But see, they just don't want to play the game. And, it's comedy, really. Andrew was being funny, the whole baby thing. Like, how weird is it to get that guy to sit there and moan like a baby while I say, oh, little baby Andrew, little baby Andrew, oh, you little baby Andrew. And then he's moaning like a baby. Like, how strange is that for grown men to do that? It's obviously comedy. But, I'm just a critic of people's curriculum. If you want to create Christian chat rooms but not really provide a curriculum, who are you and what are you really doing for people? And what are you doing for yourself? I mean, I read books. I'm programming myself. I've never heard him read a book. I've never heard him ever really give any type of educational curriculum in detail. It's just like listening to people talk about nothing. I don't even think it creates a show. There's like, he's not recording it. Like, why keep it all in this app? Like, put it on YouTube, put it on Instagram. Do something with your life. Create more.
John, like what I said, like you're like the night crawler of Clubhouse. You're the content gutter scraper. Getting all the garbage out from this app.
Yeah, you prove a good point about like building a curriculum and actually teaching people rather than just arguing and debating. And one of the things that I notice is when Christians call other people stupid or an idiot. And when I hear people that promote Christianity call other people idiots, I think whether or not they're actually living in line with the teachings of Jesus.
Well, I mean, I think it's okay as long as you frame it as being comedy because you really don't want to hurt people's feelings. And you do want to educate people and help. But how do you do it quickly? Because this app is so short. It's not like a 2-hour audiobook or a 3-hour audiobook or a 13-hour audiobook. So what you're really listening is a lack of education, but philosophically, silence is the secret. So everything that everybody says is predominantly stupid because it's just not based in philosophy, poetry, self-actualization. Again, Zenamini called me a self-actualization comedian. I think that's what Alan Watts was doing in a way. And this is all hypnosis. Like Alan Watts in his lectures when he traveled and recorded all that, and now everybody enjoys it on YouTube, he created a huge library of very pleasant hypnosis based in philosophy. And what do you think Jesus did? So, I mean, I'm just saying there's so many parallels, but the thing is, people with these green beans, they have these big egos and they just love their like little bubble and their fake illusion of control. You gain nothing. Like your real world shit is probably shit. So the point is, why not take what you're doing here and publish it and try to monetize it in order to improve your actual financial well-being in the real world and provide real education?
Well, this is just an aspect of the real world. It just is an aspect of real life.
I know, but that's why I say be a teacher in a classroom and kill two birds with one stone. Stop wasting your time here. People are wasting their time not publishing anything, not educating anybody and themselves about anything. It's just random chatter. It's people. I don't know. Is everybody fucking retarded and incapable of? I mean, we're fucked. Like the population's not educated. You can listen to my recordings and hear people talking about nothing, just randomly stringing sentences together, trying to come up with ideas to keep a fluid conversation going. But there's no intelligence at all throughout the whole transcript.
It's the brain ratification of society. If you look at literacy rates in like the last 150 years ago, 90% of the population was completely literate. But now it's the complete opposite.
Yeah,
you have